Hello, today we are going to take a look at vintage PMR 446 radio made by Motorola, model number HandiePro Euro446. This is a license-free device, 500 milliwatt UHF, 8 channels. Back then they didn't even think that they will have a 16 channel allow. I believe it is from around year 2000. That looks like a date code to me. Day, month, year, but I'm not entirely sure. So maybe it is from 2000. That would make this over 20 years old. Here we've got also a European Commission directive. To be honest, I've got no idea. This is how it looks like. We've got the Motorola copyright from 98. So maybe the design is a little bit older. Let's take a look what we've got inside. And it's inside we've got the unit. As you can see, it looks very professional. Maybe that's why they go with a Pro name. It's very good in hand. Yeah, it's looking really nice. Definitely worth of noticing is the antenna. It looks very much like a stubby one or on a commercial radio. For example, you have a similar style antenna on the other UHF radios from Motorola. They are calling it a stubby. And it have definitely a pretty similar style. The XT radio is definitely bigger, but that is completely understandable. Let's compare it to the modern PMR 446 radio. That one is also digital. So as you can see, the compare is pretty similar. The antenna length is also pretty similar. It's got something magic in hand. It looks pretty professional. Maybe let's compare this to DP4600. This is a older model, and definitely they've got something from this style. And last, let's compare it to the Hytera, also a PMR 446 exemption license. Yeah, the size is pretty similar. And we've got a drop-in charger that looks absolutely great. As you can see, we've got a transformer power supply. Here are specifications. So if you lost it, here you can read what kind of the voltage. Very interesting. Looks like it output a AC voltage. So this is not a DC power supply. This is just a straight transformer, 9 volt. This is how it looks like, so we won't have any polarity. And as you can see, even that we are using the nickel metal hydride battery, we've got a multiple status code by a different flashes. This is very similar to the one on a commercial. This is for a DP series, and you can also see they are using a similar code. So definitely it looks like a professional piece of equipment. And here is something interesting, because that's a generic, you drop your radio and that's all. But here you've got another set of contacts, and that's used, let me remove that, from the way. If you open the bag, let me access that. This is the battery pack, and you can put it here and recharge alone, and you can have your radio in front. So you go back into the work. If your radio is discharged and you do not have time, you grab a spare battery, drop it in, and grab the old one to the bag for recharging. You do not need to have a radio, you can have 2 batteries and swap them around. Very interesting idea. I checked on the AliExpress and the battery pack is still possible to buy. Nickel metal hydride. This is not a genuine one, that was already replaced, but if you take a look at the shape, you're clearly going to notice that it's holding just 4 regular cells. So replacing it is absolutely not a problem. So I'm pretty sure reselling is not a problem. Let's put everything back together and do a little bit test. And let's take a look at the user interface. So of course we've got 2 pieces. On the side we've got connector for a speaker microphone or a headset. Here we've got the PTTK. The antenna is fixed, not removable. We've got a power button that we hold to turn the device on. Let me turn on the second one. And as you can see on the display, we've got on top the battery level indicator. We've got the channel and we've got the privacy tone. Here is monitor. If I'm going to press it, it's going to disable the squelch and show us, let us hear what's going on the channel. As you can see, not much. If we would like to, we can do an experiment. I'm going to change the tone. Okay, I've got tone number 3. The list you are going to find on the user manual, and now if I'm going to PTT, it will not open. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's indicating that the transmission is going, but nothing here. I'm going to override the squelch, and as you can hear, it's working. So this is how it looks like. The programming is extremely simple. Let's go back. If we hold it for quite long, it's going to lock on the open position. Now it's open. Squelch is constantly override. If we would like to block the keypad, we are going to hold that button. We've got a small padlock and we cannot do anything, any changes, except of the squelch. Let's unlock. If we would like to change the volume up or down, from that menu we go higher and quieter. If we would like to change the channel, we hit that button once. We've got the channel. You can see a blinking channel indicator, and now I'm changing channel. If I'm going to hit that one more time, we've got blinking on the privacy tone. So we set it twice, and now I can select the privacy tone. And basically that's all. Nothing more. You cannot do anything more interesting, I believe. When it's locked, one time press, it lit up the display. But I cannot show you that right now, but it is working. So they are definitely a very nice radio. Let's program them back to the same frequency. Let's go to the channel 6, the privacy tone number 3, and they are set, and we can set the volume up. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, radio check. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, radio check. The only downside that I see is the microphone is hidden here, and if you are going to speak directly to the grill in that location, like this is the most obvious thing to do, to speak to the grill, you are going to be heard very poorly, and you have to speak exactly in that location, and your voice is going to be transmitted perfectly. So this is how they looks like, the vintage Motorola PMR 446 radios. Really nicely feel in hand. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you find it interesting. See you next time, and bye bye.